So as we do each week, we try to give a different spiritual transition where we're going to transition from something that is put into the chat room there during our live show into transition from that to the gospel. This is a way we practice the transitioning of the natural to the spiritual world. You saw that with Jesus, right? He'd talk about the woman at the well, he'd talk about the water, and then he'd transition that into a spiritual message. Can we transition from the topic today, which is dark chocolate versus white chocolate, from that to the gospel? That's actually kind of easy. See, because white chocolate is white, it's pure, therefore it must be good. Dark chocolate, well, you see, what they have to do to get people to eat dark chocolate is say it's healthy for you. Because white chocolate doesn't need marketing gimmicks like that, because white chocolate just is good. So, if you could only hear. So, the reality is that we know that anyone who's intelligent must like white chocolate better. It's kind of like a smart car. They have to call it smart because you kind of have to be dumb to drive it, because it's a death box if you get in an accident, right? They call smartphones because, well, you know, people have to be dumb to use them, right? Okay, now I'm getting myself in trouble. Okay, so here's the thing. How would I transition from white chocolate versus dark chocolate to the gospel? It's very simple, actually. Because here's the difference between white chocolate and dark chocolate. White chocolate is extremely sweet, and in all honesty, probably not so good for you. Dark chocolate has got that bitter taste to it, but it's probably better for you. You know, when I think of the bitter taste of it, sometimes it takes me back to the book of Jeremiah, where Jeremiah wrote God's word, and God told him to eat it. And he ate it, and it said it was sweet at first and then bitter in his stomach. Now, the reason he did that was it was part of a judgment on the nation of Israel. But, you know, that makes me think about the fact that there's sin in our lives that cause the same bitter judgment. You see, sin at a time when we first engage in it gives us a immediate pleasure. But that pleasure doesn't last, because following the pleasure is that bitter guilt. You know what that guilt is there for? That guilt is there. God has given us the blessing of guilt to know right from wrong. It's called a conscience, so that we would know that we are out of favor with Him, that we've broken His law, and that we must get right with Him. And that conscience is a gift from God, so that we would fall on our knees and bow before the holy God and get right with Him. I still think white chocolate is better. Just saying.